Well, welcome to Hope Kids TV. So glad you're here with us today. Today, we're unveiling a brand new segment at the end of this video called What You Lickin'. It's fun, you'll love it, it's awesome. Stay tuned all the way to the end of the video so you can see what you lickin'. Hey, Jesus wept. Jesus wept. That was the first memory verse I ever memorized for a long time. I still know it. I started in 20, 30, 40, a long time ago, and I still know it. But that's what I wanted. That's what I started doing because I was forced to. I didn't want to know memory verses. Why? I probably wanted to. I just couldn't do it until God gave me this. Jesus wept. And then a few years after this, I decided, especially after I started realizing that what this verse meant, that Jesus wept, that he's always with us, that there's nothing that we go through that he doesn't go through, that when we cry, he cries, when we hurt, he hurts. When that started to change me, it was a couple of years after that, I started to think, maybe I could come up with another verse. So I got my Bible out and I decided I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna pick a new verse and I'm gonna try to memorize it, even though I'm not good at it. And I'm gonna try to do a new verse. So I opened up the Bible to the first page. I look at the very first verse in the entire Bible. It's called Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I know another one. I spent a lot of time, I read, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. And I'm like, I'm gonna try to memorize this. It's not that hard. I can do this. And I still remember, not too long after that, some guy came up to me and said, hey, how do you know that Jesus played baseball? What are you talking about? He goes, well, it says right there in Genesis 1:1. I'm like, Genesis 1:1? I kind of know that verse. He goes, in the big inning, God created the heavens and earth. That wasn't funny. Well, I guess it's kind of funny. I guess if you're 7 years old or something, you might be funny. But I'm not 7 anymore. So, again, today we're going to talk about verses. We're going to talk about this verse, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And what I am discovering, even at my young age right now, that verses matter. God wants us to know these, and they can change us. Just like the phrase, the verse, Jesus wept, how that began to change my life. God has used other verses in my life too to change the way I think about myself, my day, my life, my family, and even what I think about him. That's what we're going to talk about here in Kids Church today. Well, welcome back to Hope Kids Online. That many years ago, I took the Bible. I knew one verse from way back here, John 11:35, Jesus wept. And then I remember taking the Bible and I'm like, oh, wow. There's a lot, thousands of verses. So I opened it up to the very first book on the very first page, and I saw Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to memorize this. I want to know this verse. And I'm studying in the beginning. And it kind of helped me, that joke, in the big inning. That kind of helped me. Oh yeah, it does look like big inning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I committed that verse to memory as well. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You know what? And the more I think about this verse, the more it changes me. In the beginning, in the very beginning, before there was life, before there was homes and dirt and water and sun, before anything, God. In the beginning, before everything else, there was God. And what did God do? God created the heavens and the earth. You know what I love about that word created, God created? That reminds us, it reminds me that He did this for a reason. I remember back when I was in high school, we had awesome classes like metal shop and wood shop and car shop, where you take classes on working with metal and take another class on working with wood and another class on working on cars. It was pretty cool. I knew some kids in school that helped build a hot rod. That would have been awesome. I wish I'd have done that. But I was in wood shop, and as a part of wood shop, you get to learn about all these tools and things you could use. They're all pretty cool. You could cut things, sand things, all kinds of great things. But part of the class was you had to build something. You couldn't just come to class and fool around. Most of the time, don't tell anybody this, we would turn on the sander, the belt sander that spun really fast. We'd drop things and let it shoot across the room, or try to cut different things with different machines. But we really didn't think about projects. And then the more time you waste, the less time you have to do a project. And I remember the teacher coming to us and saying, hey, this project is due in 2 weeks. Your whole grade is going to be decided on what you do as a project. And I'm like, okay, we got to do something. We got to build something. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I'm flipping through books. I'm asking people, I don't know what to do. And I had a bunch of wood that you come with as a part of the class. And I had all this wood, and I'm sitting there. It's just a big pile of nothing, a mess that we'd cut and played with, and there was just a big mess here. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was flipping through this book of all the easy projects you could do, and one of them, I flipped over a page in the middle of it. It said you could build a clock. I could make a clock. And I look at it and need this guy, and I got all the pieces right here. And from that point on, every day I was in woodshop, I started making this clock, cutting things certain lengths, make things a certain size. I need little circles cut so that they would be the numbers. And every day from that point on, I created something. I started taking these pieces that were useless and didn't add up to anything, and I put them together with glue and nails and all the different machines I used, sanders and paint, to make a clock. That clock is still hanging in my mom's house right now. I can't believe I created that, but I put that together for a reason. To get a good grade, number one. But also to make a clock. And this right here reminds us that God created this. Everything around you, God put together for a reason. And it's to remind me and you that He created you. He put you together for a reason and a purpose. You weren't just some accident that fell out of the sky and now, oh, here, I'm alive. No, you were created by God for a reason. That's so true. Think about that God put me here on earth for a reason. God put me together, put my hair this color, my nose this size, and my height, everything about me, even the length of my fingers. He did that for a reason. He put me together for a reason. Just like me building that clock. I had to put everything together in the right spot for a reason so it could become a clock. You know what else I love about this book? I love memory verses. I love that they can teach us so much about us, ourselves, and about God. But I also love this because it reminds us, it's teaching us things about God that we need to know. Not only were we created by God for a reason, for a purpose, that you have a purpose. He put you on earth for a reason, for a purpose. But also this book tells us that of all the things in the whole universe He created, from the sun to the moon to the stars to animals and baby kittens and kangaroos, all those things. You know what the Bible tells us? That you and I are His treasured possessions. Out of everything else on the planet, everything you've ever seen or experienced, that we are the most important things. And I also love this verse. I also memorized this verse because of it. Ephesians 2:10. It says in Ephesians 2, we are God's masterpiece. Ephesians 2, verse 10. It says, for we are God's masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus to do good works He prepared in advance for us to do. We are His masterpiece. That of everything He created, all these incredible things, these amazing things in this world that we live in, that He sees us as a masterpiece, that you are a masterpiece. Hey, we're going to continue for a few weeks on this memory verse segment. We're going to start talking about memory verses, why they matter. I want you and me, I want us to go on a journey of thinking through verses and recognizing that these verses have power and meaning, and that God asks us to do it not because He's mean, like, hey, what can I ask these guys to do today? No, He recognizes, He intends for us to know these verses because there's power in them. It changes the way we think. What do you think this week? My challenge for you this week is to think about this. In the beginning, God created everything. God put that tree there. He created grass and kittens and snakes even. He created clouds. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. Everything we see, everything here on this planet, God put together one way or the other. That's my challenge for you this week. Thank you again for joining us, and stay tuned for our new segment called What You Lickin'?
All right, welcome to the game show of Can You Guess What You're Licking? Okay, so I have Mr. B here, and he is blindfolded. He can't see a thing, all right? And I have these hermetically safe gloves on, and I'm going to unveil the items before you. We have items like this that he will be licking to try to see what it actually is. He'll have 15 seconds to figure out what he's licking. Okay, so we're gonna start off the first one, all right? Can he guess it?
No taste.
Oh, by the way, all these items have been sanitized
With dust.
with Melaleuca. All right, what is it, Mr. B?
A dart.
It's a coffee cup. Oh, that's one wrong.
Oh.
All right, he heard the sound, so he had two senses working. Okay, here we go for number 2.
What did you spray on that? A stapler.
Here we go. Let me make it a little easier.
Salt.
Salt. That is right. Good job. That's a point for Mr. B.
So that's 2 items from the kitchen. Maybe some more from the kitchen.
Possibly.
Not a knife, I hope.
Here we go. And unedible.
And cold and unedible. Freezing cold. Orange juice container.
Nope. That is a, what is this? This is a little ice cube, keep your sandwich fresh type thing. All right, here we go.
What did you find that?
There we go. Next one.
3 items from the kitchen. That's got to be from the fridge. Orange juice bottle.
It is not an orange juice bottle. It is a jar, and there is a particular vegetable in here. Can you guess what it is?
Yee, based on my tongue licking
Listen.
the outside.
Listen.
Pickles.
Pickles? Oh my goodness, Mr. B. We should have done like sound.
What's it sound like?
What's it sound like? All right, here we go. This is hard to tell what it is, but I'll tell you after he licks it.
What poked me in my face? Why does it sound funny? A bag of bread.
Nope, that's incorrect. Time's up. It's a pack of guitar strings. So, all right, and second to the last one.
Second to last.
Whoa, whoa.
I taste some finger. That was not part of the script. Is this now from your office, I'm guessing?
Not necessarily.
I'm guessing. From the office, something like guitarish.
I'll make it a little easier.
What was that? Sugar packet?
Splenda. That is correct. We're gonna give that one to him. And then the last one. Last one.
Don't do this at home, kids, please.
Don't do it.
A bag of something.
Mm-hmm.
A bag of something edible.
I'll make it easier for you. Okay.
It was chocolatey.
I hate coffee. It's coffee. I like coffee.
Yes! Good job, Mr. B!
Don't do this at home.